Something crossed my mind recently. The high-speed military buildup of the EU is starting to look suspiciously similar to the high-speed military buildup of Ukraine after the Western Maidan coup in 2014. It's all about securing a continuation of the proxy warfare against Russia. When one puppetized proxy is smashed, you simply line up another one, and the EU appears to be next. In the case of Ukraine, first they installed a puppet. Initially that was Yatsenyuk, eventually replaced by Zelensky, or with Zelensky if you will, but puppetization has already been achieved in nearly all EU countries, as almost all heads of state are all in with the EU agenda, which is completely aligned with the larger globalist agenda of the Rhodes roundtable system. At this point, publicly elected national leaderships in nearly all of the EU is just a mere middle manager class, you could say, in an even larger red-green neo-fascist continental system. Then you use your puppets to initiate a massive military buildup of the clandestinely usurped nation, just like in Ukraine after the 2014 coup. This is what's being done in the EU right now, I think. When the buildup is complete, I predict the globalists will find a way to instigate a direct hot war between the EU and Russia, and they will simply take old Europe and slam it to death against Russia to try to wear and tear even further on Russian resources, not caring at all if old Europe is destroyed in the process. It's exactly like they did with Ukraine. Why? Because the globalists hate Russia more than they care about you. Why? Because when Putin came to power in the mid-90s, he ended the globalist parasite usurpation of Russia that Yeltsin corruptly allowed. Everything that has happened ever since leads right back to that one misdeed by Putin. It's the entire reason why we all have to go back to hating Russia, not Russia's entry into Ukraine in 2022. That ill-considered stunt was just convenient water on the globalist propaganda mill. Now, I don't have the smoking gun on this theory of mine, but if we follow the proxy logic that the globalists have historically gone by again and again and again, it's where we're going. The proof is in the pudding, as they say in England. So get ready for a globalist mass human sacrifice of old Europe by slamming us all against Russia through our puppet politicians. Yeah, is there a way to stop this? Yes, but you have to, I repeat, have to stop voting for anything pro-EU. If you don't, it's a vote for a total self-destruction, and your kids will likely be drafted into the meat grinder and never return, except maybe in a box whose numbered location in the graveyard you will likely also have to pay for out of your own pocket, as you have also paid for everything else leading up to that point. The EU is basically just a globalist coup of all our countries by democratic consent, so stop consenting, or you will end up paying more than anyone else, with the only possible exception being your forcefully drafted boys and girls getting tossed into the meat grinder that is the globalist war machine, to be sacrificed for a cause not their own through a manipulatively propagandistic ruse of patriotism being deployed just to suck them into something detrimental to both themselves and the future of their own countries. Countries in rubble, of course to be rebuilt by BlackRock, countries that will be nothing more than a kind of neo-colonies stripped of all sovereignty, both national and personal, if the globalists ever get their way. So, don't let them.